For many content creators, one of the things that really stresses them is monetization. And the way many of us look at it is in terms of views and watch time. I know that in order to get monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. But there's one metric that many of us do not pay attention to, and that is the reason why getting to the goal of monetization remains to be a dream. And I want to talk about it in this video. To understand this, you need to know what the goal of YouTube is. YouTube as a media platform, its main objective is to get people to be on the platform as long as possible. And the way they do this is by using the YouTube algorithm, which actually looks at what the viewer is watching, what the viewer is searching for, and then looking to predict what the user will watch next. Now, for instance, if you come on YouTube and the first thing that you search for is YouTube tips, then the next video that you might be shown might also be a YouTube tips video. For brand new viewer on the platform, the algorithm will actually wait to see what are you looking at and then see how can I be able to serve you better. Now, a screenshot that I'm showing you here is of a completely new YouTube viewer, and the first thing that YouTube does is show that particular viewer everything there is on YouTube, from entertainment to trending topics. All this is to just try and see what will the user choose. So once the user has actually gone to video number 1, the next thing that will happen is YouTube will suggest something else. Now, if someone comes on YouTube as a viewer, very first time viewer, and then they search for something, and then they go to that particular video, YouTube will show them things related in that area. What YouTube is trying to do is to understand every single viewer and then trying to get them what they want. In YouTube, there are 3 important people. The first is the viewer, the second is the YouTube algorithm, and the third is the YouTube creator. I don't want to go into the YouTube advertiser right now, but for the sake of this video, there are 3 people in the equation. So the first person is the viewer. The viewer wants something. What does a viewer want? They want entertainment, they want inspiration, they want education. They may want other things. They may just want to pass the time. So that's what the viewer wants. Then the second place is, what does YouTube want? YouTube wants to continue being the biggest video platform in the world. It wants to continue making money on this platform, and it wants for viewers to continually be on the platform and not on any other social media platform. Now, as a creator, in order for you to grow, you must understand that you are the one providing content to YouTube so that YouTube will show it to the viewer. And in order for you to get monetization at the very end, all you need to do is to understand what does the viewer want and what does YouTube want. So this brings me to the one metric that many of us are missing, and that is audience retention. This is how YouTube is able to determine what will keep the viewer the longest on the platform. This can be in terms of longer videos, where if you do a long and detailed video, people will actually stay for longer on the platform. This can be an entertaining video, which is the reason why in many countries the top trending page is full of music. And the thing that you need to learn as a YouTube content creator is to try and become like a music video. Not with the bodies and dancing and all that, but in the entertainment value that people get. What are the ways to increase your audience retention on your videos? Number one, get to the point. Many of us, when we look at our graphs, they look like this, where someone actually comes in and they leave the video in like 6 seconds or 7 seconds. They have actually already left the video. Getting to the point means that you actually give the viewer what they were actually looking for in that particular video. If you're doing a vlog, then that means that you show them a very interesting part of that particular video that they will see at the very end or in the middle of that particular video. So their expectations are already set that all they are looking for is for that one thing that you are going to share in the video. If you are doing an educational video similar to this, you can do like I did at the very beginning. I tell you what you are missing. And then you want to know exactly what you are missing, and at the end of it, you find out what it is. This is a way to actually keep your audience for longer on the platform. Number two is to make the video interesting. This can be increasing comedy inside of a video. This can be doing something weird or adding bloopers in the video or at the end, things that people would not expect, so that you keep the video natural. People want to see the real side of you. And if you over edit and you're removing all of those things that would be interesting for them to see, then they will leave the video. But they want to see a new side of you. They want to see the other side of you. And this can be things that you never intended to end up in the edit, and they still do, like looking at your notes in the middle of a video. Those are things that you wouldn't expect to have them in the main video, but they can still remain there. That's point number two. Point number three is showing and not just telling. This can be in terms of things like B-roll, where when you are actually showing, when you're actually explaining about a recipe and telling people how to cook something, instead of telling them how to cook it, they can actually see you in action. You're showing them how to cook. They can actually see, because what you're trying to do is get them to keep watching. The next thing to do is pattern interruptions, which are if someone has watched you for 7-10 seconds, then you change something about what you are doing. This can be in the form of zoom ins and zoom outs, which can be in the form of graphics or videos that are overlaid on the video, adding text asking people to subscribe. All these are things that you can actually add as pattern interruptions, so that someone who's watching you will actually be triggered by something that's changing on screen. All these are pattern interruptions. The reason why you can sit and watch a 2-hour movie is because there are so many pattern interruptions every 3, 5, 10 seconds. This may not be possible for you to actually execute on a YouTube video because of the amount of time it might take you, but these are things to consider if you want to keep people watching your videos. The next thing to do is to build a story with a payoff. Stories sell. If you start with a story, if you're building a story, this can be in different ways. Like when you started this video, you had and you could imagine what creators are actually going through. That is a story that is being built so that you can be able to see exactly what a content creator goes through and the things that they worry about and the thing they should actually be worried about. The next thing that you should do is actually guide people to watch another video that is on your channel. And on this particular video up here, I show you how to get the next 100 subscribers on YouTube, which you should actually go and watch. And the second video under it is what YouTube thinks you should watch. And that is exactly how to keep people watching your videos on YouTube.